So this is the back of the boat right now. And since I moved to Pensacola, I have not had anything from here to here to keep people on the boat. I got them everywhere else. And since I'm starting to have more people on my boat, I felt this was just something I needed to address. All right, not sure how this can work out because I've got my headlamp on. Decided to get back to work on this project. What I'm working on is getting a barrier across there, so when I sit right there, I don't fall backwards. I haven't yet to fall backwards, but that's it. I did have a wire, safety wire, like this, across the back, right here. But I lost it on my trip over here 3 years ago when I decided to bring the boat over in a small craft advisory, which is exactly what I did. But that's what I'm doing. I'm going to use Velcro and then little cheap carabiners, hold it up at the top. So that's it. I'm going to do the top and the bottom. I envision just, but that's it. That's what I'm working on tonight. Like I said, I started on a couple nights ago, then my mind decided, hey, what time to work on it, so we're going to get on it tonight and fix it up. So I've got my sewing machine set up. Right here, sewing machine. It's an old Viking. It's a Viking. It's old. I've learned to just take it slow on these thicker type projects. Excuse the mess. When the boat gets in boat project mode, it gets a mess. What I'm using for the backing is seatbelt. Picked up a roll seatbelt strap right here, so that's what we'll be using on it. So I'm going to get working on it and I will be back to you. All right, the two other tools I'm using, or some other tools I'm using, is I'm using this soldering iron to cut the nylon. I like it because it doesn't fray. And the other thing I'm using that I'll be using to connect it is Velcro. This is so pick up an Amazon heavy duty Velcro. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to begin just mocking up the Velcro and then sew on the sides and then go from there. Hey everybody, so here's where I am at this point. It's black and it's not dark, so maybe but anyway, I have attached Velcro, and so it all attaches via Velcro around the post. There, there, and there. I have just little cheap carabiners to hold it up there and there. So what I am delimiting on is the inside strapping. My original plan was to put a vertical one there, a vertical one there, a vertical one there, and a vertical one there. However, I thought came to mind putting one across there and one across there. So having an X around it. By the time you see this, I will have decided on which way I'm going to go. But I'm just going to check see how much strapping I have left. Because the X should definitely be less. I was wondering if it's going to be enough. If worst comes to worst, and I need it. So let me just go see what I got, and I'll be back. Hello, I know it's dark, about 10:21. I want to show off the final what I had envisioned. Just kind of a gate to keep just there. It's with Velcro, got Velcro on each end. I might still do something at the bottom to secure it, I don't know, but this is it. The rough, I might do some fine tuning, but it is a seatbelt, nylon, everything's sewn in. These are replaced with grommets at the top, and so that's it. Like I said, I'll show y'all tomorrow in the sun. Glad to get taken care of. This took me a few days. I started on it, then took a break. Mine was not in it, and then when mine got back in it, finish it up. So there we are. I think I did the right move by not doing the crisscross, but giving it some more support. Alright, I'll show it to you tomorrow in the sun. Have a good night. Bye. Alright, this is what I created the other night, and I will show it to you. So I got this, like I said, this is the seatbelt webbing that I have, and I made this, and it's all Velcroed in. I got carabiners on the top. However, this morning as I was thinking through it, something else came to my mind. We have a place here in Pensacola called Chandlery. It's a used boat place. Guy runs his name Mike, nice guy, knows a lot about boats. Learned something from him today. But I was over there and I was just thinking, if I could find something to go across the top of my boat, top of this, like it originally had, then I could do Velcro over it and just have it exactly like I needed it. So hold on a second, let me show you what I found. All right, so here's what I found this morning at the ship Chandlery. It's a steel cable, plastic over it so you don't get splinters like on one I looked at today. It attaches here, and here I can so this is exactly what I had before, and how it's supposed to work is, see my ladder right here. I'm supposed to pull the ladder up. The ladder fills this gap, and that's how it's supposed to fill. However, I'm a big proponent of having a way into the boat if you were to get off the boat. And so that's why I always keep my ladder in that position. So what I'm going to do is take the net thing that I worked on, work on the top of it, and have the top Velcroed over this. And I'll show you what I end up with. But I am super stoked because I have walked past this cable. It was hanging on the wall many times, and it just reminded me that how our mind works is you see what you're looking for. So I was looking for that, and I found several of them hanging on the wall. It's just, that applies to everything in life. It was at Lowe's when I worked there. I went there with no experience. They put me in plumbing. I had no idea where anything was, and every day someone would ask me for something, I didn't know where it was. In 15 minutes I'm walking past it because your mind is open to it. But what I'm going to do is take my net that I made, extend the top of it, put it over the top, and see how that works out. This is, and also I just heard from the guy who books charters, and I've got a charter in 40 minutes. So this is how it's working out, is he calls me last minute and said, hey, are you available? And I'm, of course, sure. It's good money. So that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do a little snorkeling today. It's cloudy, but it's not windy. I know where I'm gonna take them, get them in the water as quickly as I can, and so they can have a great time. But that's it. So I will be back with you after the charter. Talk to you later. Bye. It's raining outside. Hadn't checked the weather officially, but unofficially, it's raining, and we got a little wind. I can hear the wind howling. Not really howling like it's howled before, but it's howling. So what I'm doing is working on projects, or finishing up projects on the inside. So I can't get outside because, anyway, finishing up projects on the inside, and So finishing up the back mesh that I'm gonna be telling you guys about. Gonna make a cover for my winch, my windlass at the front, my anchor windlass, my manual one. I've got something else on it, but I mean make something for that. So while I have the sewing machine out, and if anything else comes up that I'm working on while I have the sewing machine out, I'll jump on it. But I want to get that sewing machine put away because it's taking up too much space right now. And then I'm gonna start cleaning up in the work mode. Or maybe not, because I got some stuff over there that needs worked on. So anyway, let's see what I get done today. So later. All right, all. Here's what I've ended up with for the back, and you'll be able to see it better once I get it in place. So what I have is on each end a Velcro hook, like this. It opens up. Got that there, there. There. And so that purpose is to hook up or to connect to the side rails right there. All right, so I've got that on each side. And then, like I said, right now I've found a safety wire to go across the top. And before I was just going to Velcro it or hook it into the side. But here, what I've done is created these loops, Velcro loops, that will go across the rail on top. So my plan is to only have that on when I'm underway, or maybe I'll have it on the whole time. I don't know, because it's just going to get a lot more. Have more people coming on my boat than used to be on my boat. And where I found the issues happen is when people lose their balance or just something unexpected happens. And so I just don't want there to be a open hole on the back of my boat where someone could fall off. So that is it. So that project's done. Took me a while. But now the next thing is to make a cover for my windlass. And we're just now getting into the windlass project on my it's coming out on YouTube right now. And it's pretty that was pretty challenging. And again, all this is just new, still new. I mean, I've had this boat for 3-4 years now, and just everything is new. Still, I don't know if I mentioned this in one of my videos, but I've just around a great group of people here that are, yeah, just great. Like, for example, a few days ago, I took the sailboat out next to me with the guys who own it. I'm gonna do some chartering on it. And like I said, I know I've learned everything, how to do it on my own. I've read books, I know how to do it. But just didn't click some things. And the winches we have, i.e. these right here, I've got one right there, are used to control the sails. And I had winched them on, just got by. And what I learned a few days ago was how that they all go clockwise, and secondly how to do that. They're called self-tailing, which they have this lever right here, and this allows it to, you start there, you go around there, and allows it to unfeed from the winch. But so I learned that. And then the other thing I learned from another guy is, see that right there, cleats? The rope, the knot that you use to tie up to a dock and everything, I believe it's called a cleat hitch. Don't know for sure, but there's a proper way to do it. You do it figure eight, but I've just been doing it just to get it working. And I did it on one of the charter boats over there. This guy, Steve, he was looking, and just he made a comment how whoever did that didn't know what they're doing. And I raised my hand. I said, man, I did it. It holds. And then he showed me how to do it, where where it can hold with least stress at the top. And so I learned that too. So I don't know if that's on another video. If it is, I might delete this, or might just again talk about the great people, just the amazing people that we have in our world. I I mean, I picked some stuff at Lowe's, and there were 3 people at the returns desk, and all 3 of them I worked with, and all 3, I mean, I asked how they were, and I mean, it's just so cool that there are such good people out here in the world, and like every one of you. I mean, I haven't probably seen you guys in years, but just the memories that I have with you is just so cool. But so let me get on the next project I'm working on. I've been procrastinating on it. It is a cover for my windlass, basically just a square. But so we'll see how long it takes me to do that. I've got some leftover canvas type stuff, so I'm gonna use that and just use a rope drawstring on the bottom. So let me get on it, and I'll talk to you later. Hey y'all, it's the night after a little storm we had. It was blowing hard last night. Sitting here checking on everything. Finished this up, and this is it. It's my it's for the back, and I love it. So like I said, what I do is, this is seatbelt strap. I made these Velcro, so I may need to make this a little bit bigger. I didn't take into account that snap. So all these, I should just snap over top. Got Velcro on the sides and 4 spots. And if I want to take it down, you can undo the whole thing, or just undo these 2, these 3. Pull this. So there we go. How about it?